Okay, here we are for another preview of Adja Yunkers sale, which we have coming up on July the 27th here at Clarke Auction, starting at 12 p.m. The reason for this second preview is it's just such an extensive and wonderful collection. I really want people to look at it and see and realize that they should not miss this load. Before we get into it, Steve, why don't you just pan our lobby here where we got some of the paintings up on the wall. Bear in mind there are huge collection, and we're busy trying to get them up on inventory in 2 weeks. We're nearly there and we will be ready for the preview. But, you know, just note my size against the size of the paintings and the diversity of the works, the prints, the oils or acrylics and collages. Into the main room, Steve, you'll see lots of furniture and stuff here. So we are an auction gallery, so we will be leaving stuff for our next sale on the floors during the sale. But note all the way out, these are high 20-foot ceilings, so it gives you an idea of the size and just the sheer variety and color and wonderfulness of all these abstract paintings. I wish I wasn't so much on the mercenary end of the business where I have to sell to make a living, because believe you me, I would be here purchasing, as it's one of my hobbies, art. Anyway, now that you've seen that, Steve, a lot of questions I've been receiving on the phone are, what does he mean by acrylic collage? Are these papers? Are they, you know, what sort of textures on the canvas? So I'm going to try and get over close on some of these paintings, i.e. on this one, you'll see it's very strong, very sturdy. There's the canvas, the painting, and obviously your collages here, tight in and nicely done. And we'll move to this one. This one here, you can see the acrylic work, but you can see these are sort of yellow strips of paper. Very strong on the painting, not weak. This one, if I hadn't known any different, I would have said it was an oil. However, there's obviously collage under the oil. But just as we're moving along, just the sheer imagination of this man. Look at this wonderful in black. There's not a painting in here that I wouldn't be glad to hang on my walls, which obviously I am. Look at this, the wonderful colors. This one's dated 78. A lot of the acrylics are from the late 60s, 70s, 80s. In his lifetime, Adja Yunkers had a lot of misfortune. He had a big fire in Stockholm, I believe, prior to him coming to the US, and everything was destroyed because he's a famous woodcut and printmaker. That stuff was destroyed. He even had a flood, I believe, in Soho after he got over here in the 60s. So a lot of this stuff, well, you see quite a few of his prints come up in the market, but these acrylics haven't really seen daylight. So what you know is a lot of people might be critical about the number of paintings that are being put on the market at one time. It's justice for this man, and believe you me, I think even the number there is, every one of these paintings speaks for itself and is worth whatever someone who wants it will pay for it. So if you're a dealer or an art lover, it's a wonderful situation. I think you can bring this to your gallery and be proud even to whatever price you put on it. When someone wants it, you know, this is a great investment opportunity. Just looking along the walls here, Steve, a lot of these have gallery labels. They've been exhibited. Look at the sheer size of these. Being quiet here all of a sudden, but I'm going to let your eyes make the decisions for you. The colors are absolutely, you know, there's every color in every medium, every possible style you could want here. He has a lot of this type of work with the collage down the center and lots of colors. We have one actually in the center, a big large one there, which was actually exhibited, I believe, in a museum. Had been returned, had been on exhibit. I mean, look at this wonderful subtlety in some of these paintings. You know, you just see this, the brush strokes causing the look of the painting, then the different beautiful yellow subtly put in. I believe if these paintings had hit the market in the 70s, you would be finding it hard to purchase them now, because the market would have developed and they would have been very important and pricey works to buy. But that said, it tells you what sort of an opportunity to invest in these paintings. These paintings are here to sell with absolutely no reserve. So we want people to do well with them as well as enjoy them. I know that there's a lot of local Westchester people who love to have these in their house. There's every form, every medium. here on top of the piano. I got into it in our first video a bit more, but there's about 40 oil acrylics on canvas. They're still rolled up, they were packed beautifully. We're still trying to figure out how to display them at the auction. We have photoed them so you can see them on our website. We might possibly just lay them down on the floor for people when they come in, and they can wander around the floor and probably might feel hopefully a bit like how it was in his studio when he was working. Look down these walls. All the large paintings are estimated 600 to 900. The prints in groups of 4 and 6 are estimated 400 to 600 for a group of 4, 600 to 900 for a group of 6. Bear in mind this man's prints are major important, as he was a wonderful and great printmaker too. We also have some woodcuts from the 40s, not a lot, but we do have some. Back here in Nelia, my art specialist office. Nelia's away on holidays at the moment, so she's missing all this hard work, but I'm sure she would love to do it too. Over here there's more stuff. As you can see, we are still in the process. These are all framed lithographs and prints and intaglios, just beautiful, beautiful. But look at that, the way this is framed in the old Kulik frame and everything, ready to go onto the walls, ready to go into your store. I'm going to bring you in once more into the back office to look at some of these woodcuts, because they're such an important part of Adja Yunkers' career, and they're very rare. Here we're going to be selling group lots of advertising posters from exhibitions he did over the years. These were all part of the load that came in from the 50s, 60s, 40s. Just wonderful, tracks the whole history. And here once again are these woodcuts. I mean, these are absolutely magnificent. Look at the colors, just the strength of the work. There's actually an exhibition, a woodcut from prints of 1942, 1982. These are extremely rare, hopefully sought after. We'll soon know on Sunday. These are being sold in individual lots, although sometimes in groups of 2. Estimates in the same, 400 to 600. But these will never be seen again. And look at the condition of the camper. They've matted since the 40s. And I mean, look at this with the birds in it. Bit of damage up on top there. I'd like to point out and say which is my favorite. This is one of them here. But then all of a sudden you start to think, no, maybe this one is, because they all are really great. Look at this. This is from the fort. This is from 1953. Look at the condition of it, and look at this, 1942, called The Fisherman. Really, really stunning work. And here we have Icarus, done also in the 1940s. Once again, matted beautifully. There was another one done in 1946, 8 of 12 only. Look at the colors still. This is a wonderful, wonderful condition. So I hope now you're getting some idea of the importance of this man's work and the amount of important works we have here in the sale. You don't see this happening too often, you know. Believe you me, I've found and sold a few collections, but this one has really really impressed me. It's really beautiful. Just over here are some groups of acrylics on board. We're going to be selling them in group lots. As you can see, we have them already lotted in the plastics. Groups of 3 and 4 paintings. You can look at this, just the sheer number of them. There must be a stack of 30 lots there. More here, Steve. We could be going all day long, but this is for just the people who can't make it to the auction. I'm sure a lot of people are stuck on the beaches and stuff, but in that case, don't miss it. It is on liveauctioneers.com and invaluable.com. If you can't make it in here, you can bid live on the internet. You can come up and pick them up off us, or arrange for the shipping after you're off the beaches or whatever in the summer. With that, Steve, I'm going to sort of say goodbye, but I want to show you one thing just before we leave, which sort of brings the reality of the whole situation as to how it is and where it was. Here's Adja at work in his studio, and here we have what we would call in Ireland a bib, but they call it an apron. So there you have it. The sale is on Sunday, at 12 p.m. with the previews Friday and Saturday from noon to 6. Anyone who wants to come in can come in early and view. We hope to see you there, and good luck bidding. Thank you.